Match number 5 of the playoffs. One of these alliances will be going to the finals. One of these alliances will be going home. Lots of coral having been scored by the Red Alliance. Generals just dropping a piece of coral onto the floor. Blue Alliance, though, placing what looks like 3 pieces of coral during the autonomous period. Velocity Raptors making a last-second score, and they now have a piece of algae in their intake alongside their alliance partners. Cardinal Dynamics placing both of those up high into the blue barge. 49-38 in favor of the Red Alliance at the moment. Chad's Theory lining up with a piece of algae, and they have that, almost have it in the robot. And their alliance partners, 1425 Error Code 0 with a piece of coral in hand alongside 3636 the Generals. And they both continue cycling pieces of coral to that reef. Chad's Theory, of course, subbing in for 2811 Stormbots, and they've now dropped a piece of algae into that processor before going back to grab some more. Over on the blue side of the field, Velocity Raptors and Aimbot trying to have the same space on the field, but Velocity Raptors potentially having some brownout issues, maybe a bad battery or something like that. 6696 Cardinal Dynamics placing a piece of coral up high before returning back to place another piece on level 3. Their alliance partners Aimbot with a piece of coral in hand. They bring their arm up, and it's good onto level 4. Only 2 spots remain on the top level of the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance has fully filled their upper level of their reef, and Generals coming back with another piece of coral. They are going very fast cycles right now alongside 1425 Error Code 0. Each cycle maybe taking no more than 5 seconds. Chad's Theory with a piece of algae in hand, and they are over at the processor. They outtake, and it's good, it's through. Velocity Raptors human player up and good into the blue barge. Blue barge looking rather full as Chad's Theory continues to load that red processor with algae. 30 seconds left in this match, 160-147. It's still quite a tight match between these two alliances, but it's going to come down to the climbs here. Error Code deploying their climber. Will they be able to get a climb up off at the end of the match here? Aimbot trying to line up with their deep cage. They swing around to the opposite side and hit their deep cage. That may have caused some trouble for them, but let's see if they can get that alignment. Velocity Raptors are hooked on. 1425 Error Code 0, they are up in the air. Velocity Raptors are up in the air. And right at the end of the match, Aimbot gets themselves up off of the ground, and 3636, the Generals, slide into their parking zone right at the end of the match. Preliminary score is 185-165, a 20-point difference, but we'll see what happens after climbs when we get those final scores to you in a moment. We have a very tight match here. Who is ready to see who is going to go on to the finals? Let's take a look. Your winner, the Red Alliance, by just 2 points, 199-197. Alliance number 4 will advance to the finals, where they will face off against Alliance number 2. A very, very close match that was decided by the Generals sliding into the barge zone at the